John F. Kennedy Jr. was born on November 25, 1960 in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. He was the son of the 35th President of the United States. The U.S. doesn't have royalty, but the Kennedy family was the closest we had. JFK Sr. was assassinated in 1963. I hope most people remember John Jr. saluting his dad at the funeral. He attended Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. He received his bachelor's degree in American Studies. In 1989, he attended the New York University School of Law. He famously failed the bar exam twice. He practiced law for the next 4 years. He became a journalist and eventually started his own magazine called George. He said that he had no interest in running for political office, but I think he would have one day. In 1988, he was voted the sexiest man alive by People magazine. He married Carolyn Bessette in 1996. In 1998, he received his pilot's license. In July of 1999, the plane he was flying crashed. His wife, her sister, and John died. He was 38 years old. Audie Murphy was born on June 20th, 1925 in Kingston, Texas. He was an actor, an author, a songwriter, and the most decorated soldier in U.S. history during World War II. He starred in a movie about his war experience called To Hell and Back, released in 1955. He received every medal the U.S. gave out for bravery, including the Medal of Honor and 3 Purple Hearts. He fought in North Africa, Italy, France, and Germany. He also received recognitions from France and Belgium. At one point, he was on top of a burning tank and kept shooting Germans for an hour, while injured, to save his friends. He was orphaned at age 16. He wanted to fight in World War II, but he was too young and too small. With a fake birth certificate, he was able to join the army. After the war, actor James Cagney brought Audie to Hollywood and got him training to be an actor. His first big role was in the 1949 film called Bad Boy. He appeared in over 40 films. Some of his other roles were in the movies The Red Badge of Courage, Night Passage, The Unforgiven, The Gunrunners, 7 Ways from Sundown, and A Time for Dying, just to name a few. He suffered from what we now call PTSD and developed an addiction to sedatives to help him sleep. He kicked the habit on his own. He wrote songs for Harry Nilsson, Roy Clark, and Dean Martin, among many others. He was married twice and had 2 children. He died in 1971 in a plane crash near Roanoke, Virginia. He was buried with military honors at Arlington National Cemetery. This true American hero was 45 years old. Carole Lombard was born on October 6, 1908 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Her birth name was Jane Alice Peters. She was an actress. She was one of the biggest stars of her era and is now considered an icon. Her life was tragically cut short. She posthumously received the Presidential Medal of Freedom for her patriotism in 1942. She was in over 50 films. She made her debut in the 1921 movie called A Perfect Crime. She was discovered by a director who saw her playing baseball. She signed a contract with Fox Films and she changed her name. She didn't have any substantial roles at first. She was involved in a car accident that left her face scarred. She needed surgery to help fix it. She started acting more and Hollywood started taking notice of her. At age 22, she married an actor named William Powell. He was 16 years older than her. Her second marriage was to acting legend Clark Gable. They met on the set of the movie called No Man of Her Own. Life was good. Her career was going great. She was in love, and she was one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood. She received an Oscar nomination in 1936. I read that she was very down to earth and loved cussing. She was married twice and had no children. She died in 1942 after the plane she was on crashed near Las Vegas. She was on tour raising money for the U.S. war effort. Everyone on board died. She had just left a war bond rally in Indiana and helped raise $2 million in one night. She was flying home to Los Angeles. Clark was obviously devastated and he was never the same. A few months later, he joined the Army Air Forces in her honor. Carole was 33 years old. Kobe Bryant was born on August 23, 1978 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His nickname was the Black Mamba. He was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2020. He went directly to the NBA from high school when the Charlotte Hornets selected him with the 13th pick in the 1996 draft. He was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers and stayed there for 20 seasons. He is their all-time leading scorer. He won 5 NBA championships. He made the All-Star team 18 times. And he won the league MVP in 2008. In 2006, he scored 81 points in one game. He won 2 gold medals for the USA Basketball Olympic team. He scored 60 points in his final game. He also won an Academy Award in 2018 for his short film called Dear Basketball. He was arrested for sexual assault in 2003, but the charges were dropped when the accuser refused to testify. He admitted adultery and settled a lawsuit out of court with the accuser. He was married once and had 4 children. He died in 2020 from a helicopter crash. His 13-year-old daughter Gianna also died. Kobe was 41 years old. Rocky Marciano was born on September 1st, 1923 in Brockton, Massachusetts. His birth name was Rocco Francis Marcagiano. I see why he wanted to simplify his name. He's the only boxing heavyweight champion to be undefeated. His record was 49 wins and 0 losses with 43 knockouts. He defended his title 6 times. He was called the Brockton Blockbuster. He was tough with unrelenting aggression. Many consider him the best heavyweight boxer ever. Who do you think is the best? Rocky became a professional in 1948. He was always very athletic. He left high school early and worked various jobs before being drafted into the Army in 1943. He served in World War II, and that's when he started boxing. He retired in 1956. He hosted a boxing show on TV, worked as a referee, and a boxing commentator for many years. He was married once and had 2 children. He died in 1969 in a plane crash. He was heading to Des Moines, Iowa for a speaking engagement. It was rough weather and the plane hit a tree while trying to land. They were 2 miles away from the runway. He was 45 years old. He would have turned 46 the next day. Leslie Howard was born on April 3rd, 1893 in Forest Hill, London, England. His birth name was Leslie Howard Steiner. He was an actor, a director, a producer, and a writer. His role of Ashley Wilkes in the epic film Gone with the Wind is definitely one of his most recognized characters. It was released in 1939 and is one of the most popular movies of all time. It was also his last Hollywood film. He was nominated for an Academy Award twice for his work in the movies Pygmalion and Berkeley Square. He was working at a bank when World War I began. He joined the British Army. 2 years later, he was medically discharged with shell shock, which is now called post-traumatic stress disorder. This is when he began acting in plays. He was so great that he moved to Hollywood and had a very impressive career. He refused to be in the movie called The Petrified Forest unless Humphrey Bogart was added to the cast. They became very close friends. Here's a fun fact. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall named their daughter Leslie Howard Bogart to honor Leslie. Some of his other films included It's Love I'm After, Romeo and Juliet, The Lady is Willing, A Free Soul, and The Happy Warrior, among many others. As World War II started, Leslie made anti-Nazi propaganda films for England. He would write, direct, and star in them. He also wrote articles and made radio broadcasts to support war efforts. He was married once and had 2 children. He died in 1943 when the commercial plane he was on was shot down by Germans over the Bay of Biscay. 17 people died on Flight 777 from Portugal heading to England. He was 50 years old.